Deputy Max Andersson, 4 minutes. Take the floor, please.
Thank you, Chair. There are 285 million blind and visually impaired people in the world. Most of them have very little access to books that they can read. Today, we can take a major step in changing that. Today's debate is about the implementation of the Marrakesh Treaty. This is a treaty that the Greens and indeed the whole European Parliament have been fighting for years. It creates a copyright exemption in international copyright law for the benefit of blind and visually impaired people so that they will have greater access to books. This is a major thing. The Marrakech Treaty is an international WIPO treaty that 30 countries have already joined. What problems does it solve? Today, when you make a copy of a book into a format that blind people can read, by, for example, reading it into a computer, you're most often not allowed to send that book across a border because of copyright law. The Marrakech Treaty changes that by removing those barriers that prevents libraries and organizations for the blind to share books across borders. Why is this important? Most of the 285 million blind and visually impaired people in the world, they live in countries where there are very few books made accessible in a format that they can read. Most of the books that have been made accessible are in rich countries such as EU countries. By removing the borders, the barriers that prevent sharing of books, we make the books available across the world, and we take a major step to giving blind people a lot better access to books. This will be of benefit in EU countries, but the vast improvement will be in countries in Latin America and in Africa and other places where many people speak a European language. This will enable the sharing of books from one country to another and creating a lot better access. So why hasn't this been done before? Well, parts of the publishing industry have been worried that this copyright exemption might cost them money. So there have been significant lobbying pressure. And Council was for a very long time unable to decide on how to proceed. But now we are finally here. As the Parliament's negotiator, I am very glad that we have reached a compromise that enables the removal of barriers for the sharing of books across countries. For many of us, reading books is something of the most important thing that we do. And this will enable blind people in the world to have greater access to books. It will make them easier to find the new favorite books. I would like to thank all the people that have been working for this, and I'm calling on the European Parliament to vote in favour of the implementation of the Marrakech Treaty, because blind people deserve better access to books.